All right, well, I was quite overwhelmed by how many views and how many comments I got on the last Panamera build that I did. You guys obviously like the Panamera. So I thought, let's do a second build. A second build in a configuration that's one of my favorites for the Panamera. As I said to you before, it's not easy to make a Panamera beautiful, but there are ways to do it. Today, we're going to look at one of my favorite colors in the Panamera, which is the ice gray. It really pops in the South African sunlight. And wherever you are around the world, if you're in a sunny place, this is the color to go for. So let's get configuring. So like I said in my previous build, your sort of starting spot for the Panamera has to be the Panamera 4SE hybrid. This is a large vehicle. It's heavy. It needs more horsepower in order to drive more luxuriously, more smoothly, more exclusively. And so really this is where you want to start if you're purchasing a Panamera. I'm going to be looking at the GTS. It's got the right sort of horsepower. If you want a sprint vehicle in the Panameras, you got to go for the turbos. The GTS and the Panamera 4S, even with 500 horsepower, are really GT cruisers. So let's build ourselves a Panamera GTS today. We're going to open this up, change it to white as we usually do, and we're going to pick that ice gray color, my favorite color on the Panamera. All right, then my previous build, I selected this wheel, the exclusive design wheel, and we colored the center black high gloss. You may remember this. Actually looks flippin' brilliant in the white and black like this. It's my favorite, but I know many of you want the center locking wheel because you think it's cool. It is unfortunately not cool. I don't think it looks as good on the Panamera, and it is going to increase the maintenance on your car like crazy. But I'm leaving it on today because I know that that's what you guys love. With the Panamera interior, oh, we got so many choices. Because we're going for that black and white theme today, we can't do the dark blue and beige. We can't do the bramble and beige. So we're going to go for the black with the Kalahari white. This is like white to white inside, and it can be very stark, as I mentioned in my Genshin Blue build. But in this particular case, the carpets are going to match the drapes, and if we're going to get the two to match, you can see it's pretty stark white, so we've got to get the interior stark white as well for you. So we're going to pick that one today. 18-way seats come standard in the GTS, which is great. I don't select the +1 seat in the rear of the Panamera like I do in the Cayenne because this is not a people-moving car. I do, however, select the seat ventilation front and rear because it gives you a bunch of things in the car that I think are very important, and seat heating and seat ventilation are important in your Porsches in South Africa. You will be using those functions practically all the time. The massage function is purely up to your personal taste. Now, we want to stick to our black and white theme in this, bringing the high gloss black into the front because, as you can see, it's matte black as usual. No good. The Panamera GTS comes with high gloss on the mirror base and around the windows. Great. So we don't have to spend any money putting high gloss mirrors on this particular occasion. But we do need to add the door handles. We always need to. This is a large slab of white. Let's break it up and give it definition with those black door handles there. We need to add our sunroof to the top because look at what it does. It pulls the black the whole way through. Letters and decals, as usual, at the rear of these vehicles, they put the matte black. I can't bear it. And so we're going to have to tick two buttons here. In the Cayenne, it was a zero cost option. But in this particular one, we're going to have to tick two options to get this high gloss and that high gloss to match the high gloss everywhere else. On the lights, sadly and just inexplicably, they put the standard lights on the GTS. All the other GTSs and all the other Rangers get the tinted headlights. I don't understand it. We're going to add the tinted headlights on this one again for an extra 72,000 because we don't want any more chrome. We want to stick to our black and white theme. The standard HD Matrix come with a lot of chrome in there. We're not putting that on. We're going to stick to black and white on this particular occasion. All right, interior packages. We're going to add the stitching. It's a huge cost option, but we want to pull through that Kalahari stitching into every corner on this car, and this is the only way to do it, unfortunately. If you look at the images over here, it's going to show you. It's going to pull that stitching through on the doors, which, let me take a look here quickly. Yeah, the doors are black and white, so the black bits are going to get these stitching through in them. You're going to have it on the steering wheel, along the dashboards, around the surrounds at the bottom here. It's worth it. Both in the front and the back, you're going to have this white stitching pulling through. From an interior decorating perspective, I would stick, as usual, to just the silver shade. Watch how the interior just lights up with the silver shade. Stick to the piano black. No need to add any of the other plastics in the car. I would add the extended leather. Extended leather is going to leather up a couple of the large plastic panels in the car, this being your single biggest one over here next to the seats. I'll show it to you now. It's a huge piece of plastic. You want it covered in your Panamera. It'll do the fuse boxes as well. Look at how beautiful the stitching is with all of this, and it's going to give you leather edges around the doors on the way. If you look here again, before I tick that option, you see this giant plastic panel over here next to each of the seats. That is going to disappear when we leather it up. Okay, so that's why it's so expensive. It's putting a lot of leather in to cover those large plastic panels. We'll get the Kalahari stitching in it. I'm going to put the Porsche crests on the headrests. That black pillow in the rear is actually going to be the same color as the chair, so you don't have to stress that you've got this odd black pillow in the back. It won't. It'll actually be Kalahari color when it comes in your vehicle, and I think that we're good to go. Seat consoles in leather. Yes, we definitely want to do that. We're going to give it the Kalahari stitching. We're going to get it into the door. Steering wheel, we go for the heated GT leather steering wheel. The race tex is no good. It's a Panamera, for crying in a bucket. And more than that, this will wear itself smooth in no time as a daily driver. So we're going to tick the leather. The leather will accentuate the white stitching as well. Just pop in this leather and luxurious interior that we've got here. Alrighty, we're going to put the model designation on the armrest. We want our GTS printed in there. In my Cayenne video, I actually put up a picture where you can see it, and in some of my photo posts on my platforms, you can see what that model on the armrest looks like. And it is a deep, solid print. You can see it very clearly. All right, the roof grab handles, I never do. I think it's a complete waste. The leather is not worth the price. I always put the aluminium pedals in, though, because they are worth the price and so much better than the rubber pedals. They really, really look fantastic. And then we want to get our high gloss model designation in the doors, keeping that black theme. So when you open the door, everything pulls through beautifully. Powertrain and performance. Two things to tick here. First of all, we're going to get our Porsche design sub-second clock inside. We're not buying a 4 million rand Porsche and not putting that in. And we are going to get rid of the red brake calipers. They do not match the spec. I actually saw on the road most recently, kept them in, and was awful. You've got to go for the high gloss black. It immediately brings this car to life. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. On the assistance system side, always go for the heads-up display. Lane change assist for safety, always. I do not understand why this isn't standard in all Porsches. And if you're going to be doing long trips in this car, which you might be, like your Cayenne, get the adaptive cruise controller to change your life. You don't need the inner drive because it doesn't work in South Africa. On the comfort stuff, we are going to do our preparation for Porsche dash cam because we don't want them ripping up our ceilings. And then you've got your choice on your sound system. So the Bose surround sound system is absolutely perfect and beautiful. In this vehicle, you don't need to change it out. If you've got the cash and really want to blow it on this car, get the Burmeister. Yes, you'll get an improved sound system. Yeah. But what you're going to do is you're going to change the aesthetic again. The speakers become silver mounted, and it looks absolutely incredible with the silver shade interior. So if you got the cash, spend it. If you don't, the Bose system is perfect. You're not losing out on anything at all. Alrighty, let's have a look at this vehicle now that we've built it. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That black and white on high gloss black. It's going to sparkle in the sun. The wheels are not my first choice, but they're good enough in this design. Those black calipers just bringing through that black and white theme throughout the vehicle and allowing the mag wheel to stand on its own. Absolutely beautiful. We've high glossed black to the rear of the vehicle and the roof of the vehicle, continuing the theme and keeping the definition and the lines correct on the vehicle throughout. Absolutely beautiful. We've pulled that theme into the interior with our white stitching, our Kalahari white leather with the black two-tone in the vehicle. Real luxurious inside here. All the black panels have been covered in leather with that white stitching. It's going to be absolutely luxurious in this vehicle. You're going to have that leather smell in the car. It's going to be beautiful, beautiful for you. If you are buying a new Porsche, whether it's your first time buying a new Porsche or multiple times that you've bought Porsches before, book an appointment with me. I've been doing this for more than a decade. I've done thousands of configurations. I can help you get your multi-million rand purchase correct. I can help you get all the little things in that make the difference, that separate it from all the other Porsches. For the cost of one of the little options in one of your Porsches, I'll help you get the perfect Porsche for you. Jump onto my website, www.myperfectcar.co.za. Book an appointment with me now.